trees seen in a fading season, fashioned that creeks of dirt all white rustic with black ants and white snow, to a house that came from nothing and lined the fence to a quiet ghost masochist that wasn't there before but now is smack dab in the middle, bored, longing, songing, creeping at the window as a statue, a swift shadow to follow, but blanket the specks of dust that film a newspaper shield when it rains, but nonetheless skimming, that outed the news, seasoned for change, the whereabouts of spring to pass, and I drag and sag those sorry eyes crumpled across inked landscapes that the incoming cold makes more bold, soft as ripples in life a breeze, rosy cheeks to single trees, but older to the eyes and naked of swans, and the same willows that mirror, cut and bleed the scenes of my eyes, droops down real sad, and nature seems oh so dull without you, mocking the sea of nothingness that is my face, forcing me to lick my wounds. From the eyes, it's colder than anything you've ever felt before. The mirrors on the ground entice to sink. I ask you, dying breeds, please indulge in my tears and come back to me. This winter dies and dies of you. Industrious in fog and smog, and by a name from which it escapes, shoots up to the top to house birds and mingles with clouds, spewing line after line of moving structures, shit, the air we breathe. Floating ties that match at the top and tug, spinning around architect scenes, all aboard. Handles and grasps an arm in mirrors, walks over and lifts high in sea waves. Planks knock, 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 knock. And it's like your arm and hands stretching boneless out of slumber, cupping clumps of my skin and caressing but instead my chest, and therefore my heart. The shape of your body is everywhere, in moving parts. The city of mechanics wonder and wander, hear that ignorant chug of being brainless. Strained following progress, the same in your voice, windy shingles metally, tasteless of a cigarette when left dead in miles of seduction, skinless as you, but metal in production, reduction in all things her, the doings of a lackluster mind. I fretting the shimmers, that obituary breeze, a woman that found rotting a pastime now just as sad as burnt puzzle edges, complexion was a face, walking a beaten path and blank stares at the ground in shadow. Am I thinking? Am I thinking? Am I thinking of her, all tangled in what is this? Shined and lined, the water reflects the day, water ripens, moistened and sing. Tears we have prescribed, cried and sighed, wishing we were together. And in the path that my shadow follows, or I follow it, down and in Brick Town taking charge, filthy hoodlum, loiterer, meanderer, dumb shit city crooner, cop Tracy, fall off and body floats bugging the deck, dissolve and solve. I am sick of endure, but instead sets up shop down just at the end of the pier and looks and looks. The smokestacks make me look down, 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 until there is nothing there and I drowned. Water shimmering like the gloss in your eyes, and the leaves bear no resemblance of your name. All cranked up and nowhere to go, caked on stickers, signs, storefront, water, glasses. But the pier legs weather older, crusty lines that are more stubborn than everything empty they feel inside. I am just a sluggish nowhere, itching a calm tilt sedated, barely moving, crossed screening. out of view, out of time. Large boat come pondering, limit hangs hull to blurry cheeks. It's stressing me out in diamond wavelengths, blowing steam engine snot in the flip of a tip farewell, see you next fall. I can't remember the last one. Never has my head felt so cutted in mind that floats ahead to all these trees look so dead to me, and everything looks the way I feel, it just in a mucky way. The tops wanting to touch the ground and birth new life of 'em. Look all around you, naked and stark, walks over and walks over without you. I am so bored with my life, unable to function, to process, do anything to pass the time, because these times just speak of you, and the time is still the same just as where we left it, in the house, dusty from the nobody allowed in company policy. Leave in cigarette strides, feet and bigger than eyes, filling the void, wanting to taste your skin and feel your warmth beneath, down on my chest. This is false, fake, irrelevant. False is this city and covered in gruel. Fuck this place, these places. I hate what I've become. That's it. Feast upon your doubt. But I'm just not the same without you. It kills me to be away every second, every minute, every hour. I kill you and you. Keep the distance on maps. Ample stimuli distract. Must you waste away bored in our own respects? Don't drag me into this drama. Everything will be all right. It always is. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Fog of the Cape City like ocean waves covering up what was broad footprints in the sand. Clinicians clear the canvases for time to be relevant again. A new, bare wall, same at the window, staring at clouds and envisioning rain. Dim flame in their hearts fueled to a wood reminiscing. Remember times that true, times that were real? They were never times at all, and everything you ever felt was just an illusion. Alone, the is cold, curtain drops of winter, nothing to be heard, only through this fucked up medium, a microphone and no head. With bed, I can barely breathe the breath of sleep, but when I do, I sleep with you. Time is exquisite, excruciatingly waiting, wishing, and wanting, the headache of a fourth season, a pole swarm that scrapes across the sky, shitting napalm but adding arctic smells, killing spirits of famished tanners, dismantling physically and mentally. All the things I've done, I wish I didn't, she says, when her mind is away and magically the windows will open. She is acting a little too zoo sad, if you ask me. No, I wish we didn't, her mind is afraid. Let the channels flourish, burst canals, blood bleeds the open spaces, a flooding pulse. I am a vulgar, romantic, anti-benchy motherfucker, Philistine pessimist, fuck that squirrel, just doing my best to terrorize and destroy fairy tale bullshit, make a comment gnats to irritate and harass, the canvas hanging high and the flood, the internet space, some innocent, naive, and the well-intended, do you think of me? Reciprocation. Meme, I is in pod and pod is mine. Fuck, I hate you and what you have become, savvy city dicker. Don't you realize that you are wasting your time? The little precious seconds you have that pass in waves of dollars, a whirlwind breeze chasing for change, and you want to think about getting your dick wet? You don't need togetherness in a warm bed. She's the antithesis of something to hold on to, arrogant, emotional, ooh, till it feels good. Die, die, die at the hands of that glut. June 31st, 1931, dear Fred. Nah, that's impersonal, and it doesn't really reflect the way I feel about you. Shithole. June 31st, 1931. Darling! Oh, jeez, we had to go there. So dramatic, so heartfelt. Let me barf out my heart and kill two lovers with one stone. I am so unhappy because you are not with me and am forgiving you even before I hear your explanation of what happened. Will arrive at the Central Station Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Be there to meet me. You all should be happy this is happening now, but it makes me feel like I want to barf.